anyways, I said I was going to shoot a video every day, so here's today's. Even though I've shot some, like 3 and 4 on some days and everything. But I'm going to try to at least stick to the fucking routine of it. Oh my god, this damn cat. Jesus Christ. It's like living with a damn man. Instead of, hey, can you put the toilet seat down? It's, no, can you lift it up? Damn shit bar. Damn bottle. There you are. Fucking hell, man. I swear. Anyways. So yeah, like, I was debating earlier whether to even keep doing this, and then, like, I was like, you know what, instead of doing, like, vlogging, I guess you'd say, because that's pretty much what I'm doing, I was like, I like to sing. I think I'm just gonna make videos of me singing songs by people that I like, because, like, I think I'm pretty decent at it. And then eventually I might, like, actually sing some of my own songs and everything, because there's this one song especially that I wrote for my daughter. I just hate that she's not home. But my friend Jen took me to go get my license today, and so I got it. I passed, even though it wasn't the best grade. Still, barely passed, but still, I got it. So fingers crossed that everything goes good with that and everything, especially since I quit my job over here and I don't want to beg for it back, and I don't want to go back to it, and I don't want to stay here in this apartment because I don't like the way the landlord has treated me. And, like, I let her get away with it for 3 damn years, and I finally stood up to her this year and was like, I've had it with the way that you're treating me. And it's like, oh, now you're gonna keep your distance like you should have to begin with. And it's like, what the fuck? And it's like, why couldn't you have just done that from the beginning? And, like, I sit here and I look at the apartment, and, like, even though it still don't have a washing machine and dryer, and it never really would have one, or if it would, it'd be like one that's like 21 fucking inches. Like, it would be shit. Like, literally. I used to tell myself, oh, if I get a license, I can go to the laundromat. It's no big deal to go to the laundromat for the rest of my life, or however long I live here. Even though it is to a degree, but I was trying to keep everything in perspective and trying to keep myself humble and everything, and it's like, maybe I'm just really not supposed to live this type of life, but it's like, I put a lot of work into making this place, like, really homey, and it's like, I've done this practically every 2 years of my kid's life, and my kid's 12, so 6 fucking times, because it's like the first 2 years was with my parents, tried to make it home. My bedroom was her bedroom also, and I divided it, and, like, it was all cutesy on her side, and pink and purple and shit and everything, and, like, and then moved in with my grandmother, and then she had her own room, and it was mainly just like a toddler bed and toys and stuff, and tried to make it all cutesy there. Then moved in with my husband, got married there for 2 years, tried to make that home, and it was for the 2 years. Then moved back in with my grandmother, there again for 2 years, and now here. And this is the longest that we've been anywhere, and then technically it's not even the longest we've been anywhere, it's the longest I've been anywhere since I had my kid. And I'm on my 4th year lease. And then if I don't get a job sometime soon, then I probably won't be able to finish out my lease. So I gotta get a job so that way I can finish out my damn lease. And then, like, she's all about the fucking floor being messed up, and I'm like, holy shit, woman. And I'm like, you knew I had pets when I moved in. I paid the fucking pet deposits. I paid the fucking deposit when I moved in. Like, and that's the thing, too, with, like, people that, like, look at me and they act like I didn't do the work. I did do the work, okay? I got a job. I saved up my fucking money. I had, like, what, 15 grand, I guess, or what the fuck ever, when I moved out. I had to pay a $450 deposit. I had to pay $450 in rent. I had to pay to have the power bill cut over into my name, like, what was it, $30 or seven? Fuck, I don't even know anymore. It's been so damn long ago. Like, I hate that you even have to pay for that shit. And then paid $200, I think, or was it $250? Something like that for the pets. And then I paid another $200 pet deposit later on whenever we got another dog and another cat. Then the fucking window got a crack in it. Like, literally the week we moved in, it had a crack in it. And I was like, we didn't fucking do that. And she's like, oh, I know. And she come out and she fixed it herself, right? And it was just a little crack. Well, then that winter, the fucking window cracked all the way, because the heat's on in here. It's cold outside, so it caused the bitch to crack. She put the blame on my kid, saying, oh, it's where my kid pulled out a DVD that we had sitting in the windowsill, and that's what cracked it. What the fuck ever, I ain't gonna argue with you. So I ended up paying $200 for a fucking window to be put in. It's like, I've done my fucking part, man. Like, and then, like, when tax season came, you was like, oh, you're gonna have to pay $2,000 for the floor to be repaired. I was like, what? And you're like, yeah, whenever you move out, you're going to have to pay $2,000 for the floor to be repaired. And, like, literally, I just discussed with my kid that was, like, how much I'd got back in taxes that year. And you're like, how much it's going to be? And I'm like, you're full of shit. Like, this is bullshit. Like, life is just suck-ass bullshit. So then I was like, well, there's no sense in replacing the floor while I'm still here. That's kind of stupid to replace a damn floor. You bitching about the floor being damaged because of animals. And then if I'm still going to live here, why would I pay for brand new floor and it's going to get damaged by animals too? Because you're wanting the same type of shitty laminate, looks like fucking parquet shit fucking flooring. So why the fuck would I do that again? And that's just stupid. And so it's like, oh, okay, well, you're signing a lease. Oh, okay, no big deal. And then, like, you go to rent out another property here or whatever, another place here, months later, like 5-6 months later, and you're walking around just talking to me, just bullshitting, just talking to me. And you're like, yeah, I was going to get me a new mattress for my bed this year because I mentioned that my kid don't have a mattress. So we get on the topic of mattresses, and you're like, yeah, I was going to get me a new mattress this year. And you're like, but you know what type of mattress I have? I'm like, no. Then you tell me you have a memory foam mattress, and I'm like, okay. And you're like, yeah, but this one's old and wore out, and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, okay. Just listening to you talk. And then you're like, yeah, the new mattress I was looking at, it's going to cost $2,000. Can you believe that? $2,000 for a mattress? And I was like, uh-huh. There's where you wanted that $2,000. That's what you wanted it for. Like, just, God, Jesus Christ. Una, get your ass out of there. Go to the cage, now. Go get in the cage. That's disgusting. Get your ass up here and lay down. You do that shit, you can go in the cage too. But anyways, it's like, yay, I got my license. That I barely passed it. I wish I would have done better. But I did the best that I could up under the circumstances that I'm living under and everything and all the shit that I'm going through. So, I'm proud of myself for that, and I'm trying to not be cocky and overconfident. My fucking head is killing me, man. Like, it really is. And it's like, I swear to God, like, my life has been so shitty. It's like, I literally afterwards, like, because I ate with my friend, she's like, oh, because she was like, oh, we could go celebrate if we didn't have to get the car back to my boyfriend, and so he could go to work because his transmission went out. And I'm like, and I'm like, well, I was kind of thinking that myself, but I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, you can eat at my house. So she cooked for us and we ate. And it's like, when I came home for a minute to walk my dogs and went back to her place and everything, like, I noticed that I looked like I was kind of just ever so slightly high. And, like, that's like, that means that, like, you're in a good mood, you know, or something kind of, and, like, something good's happened to make you just be like, whoa, you know, and that's what I was talking to her about, is I was, like, kind of in a state of shock that I actually got my license. Because, I mean, this is the first time that, like, I went to go get my license in, I don't even know the last time I went. I think it was over fucking 5 years ago. I don't know. And, like, just to have somebody care enough to offer to take me, and then I go, and then I passed, you know? Like, damn. And then, like I was saying in my last video, like, my dad was like, oh, you're too relaxed of a driver, you're never gonna pass and everything. And then, like, I was nervous, and, like, I hit a cone, like, parallel parking the second time. And I didn't even do it, like, the second time. Like, I didn't even, like, I was just like, I can't, like, my mind, I was like, I can't do this. I even said that out loud. Like, I can't do this. And then I apologized, and then I was like, I'm sorry, I'm just used to saying I'm sorry. Because, I mean, when I drove with my parents, like, they were so fucking, they're just assholes. Like, they're just assholes. And I hate to say that. Like, I don't want to put the blame on them. I want to be a responsible adult and be like, you know, this is what I do wrong and everything. And that's one thing I was talking to my friend about, you know, is it's like, be a responsible adult, you know, take blame when you're supposed to and all that types of shit. And it's just fucking psychological bullshit, fucking hell and everything. And that's even like me talking to her about, like, you know, kind of the logic of, like, me being with a girl. It's like, my kid's fucking 12. Never found a man worth a shit to raise her with. The couples that I even end up talking to, since I'm a single woman, 90% of the time, there's an innuendo or what the fuck ever that they, like, you know, throw out there that they open up, you know, like, hey, well, if you want to. It's like, I've not made any sexual advances to nobody. Why would you think that I want to? You know, just because, yeah, I'm sitting here and I'm a single woman who's lonely, so I'm supposed to hop in the bed to make y'all's marriage or y'all's relationship work out? Like, are you kidding me? And then that's even like, and I'm not throwing this out as a hate, and you're younger than me, and I'm uneducated in certain things, so it's not a hate thing. But it's like, I watched this video today. Yeah, earlier today. Okay, get your ass in the cage. Go. Right now. I fucking told you. But, Ryan Upchurch, he was talking about how, I guess somebody called him gay in some comment, and he's like, no, I ain't gay. And he made a comment along the lines of, like, he would rather be in the bed with 2 girls or 2 babes or whatever, you know, something along that line. And then, like, he kind of throws off, you know, joking wise, I guess, or whatever, like, against, like, gays. He throws off against them. So it's like hypocritical there, you know. It's like, oh, you want 2 women in your bed satisfying you, you know, but you don't want 2 women together, you know. And I mean, like, I'm not saying, like, to, you know, but there's plenty of people that they say stuff like that. And hell, I've even said shit that goes back and forth and everything. And, like, depending on what context it's set up under, whether it's a joke and stuff and everything. But it's just like, I was talking to her about, like, me being with this girl and everything. Like, I mean, I never looked to girls as being an option because I wanted to get married and be with one man and raise my kids. You know, I wanted to have babies and raise them. And instead, I got with one man and I had a baby. And I got stuck raising it completely. And granted, that was my own choice to keep her and everything. And I adore the hell out of her. And I was like, eventually, you know, I'll still find another guy to raise kids with. Well, found my fucking husband. He's a fucking douchebag. Cheated on me, you know, got mad whenever I was like, I'm not putting up with this, you know. Or if I am, like, you gonna get the same shit in return, I'm gonna go cheat on your ass. And then I just talked to a guy, and that was enough to piss him the fuck off and be like, oh, hell no, you ain't gonna cheat on me. And I'm like, well, I told you to stop cheating on me. And so, then we're split. And the way these guys come across, and then half of them are on damn drugs and fucking meth and shit, just like my kid's dad is. And oh my God, and I can't. And so then I meet this girl that, like, I mean, I don't know. Because it's like, guys' hearts are ruled by their fucking dick. And their dick, like, literally, you know, from one girl to another, it don't matter. Like, oh, she's hot. Oh, you know what? She's hot. Oh, she's sexy. I don't know. It's like enough to make me cry. It really is. So I don't even know. And then, like I've said in one previous video, like, everybody in my family kind of thought I was gay when I wasn't, you know, or when I... And so I don't even fucking know anymore. And I'm just like, fuck it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be like this girl was when I first met her and be like, I'm asexual. I don't want shit from nobody. Like, I don't want nothing from nobody. Nobody look at me that way. You know, like, what is it? This one girl that I follow that I'm subscribed to, she's like, oh, I'm a magical potato. I'm like, hell yeah. Like, because, and then if you have a kid, it's so hard to raise kids. It's like, it's so hard to raise them, and it's so hard to raise them alone, and it's so hard to do it the proper way, because you'll think it's the proper way, and then it's not the proper way. And then you're supposed to keep them where they have morals and values and all this and everything, and you try to keep them that way, but then they go to school, and it's like, oh, you gotta have the internet, and you gotta have access to phone, and they gotta have access to phone and internet. And so you do that, and when you do that, that opens up a door practically to just freedom of throwing morals and values out the goddamn window like I don't know what. And then there they go down the drain. And then you try to restrict the child and be like, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. And then the kid goes ape shit crazy, starts screaming, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. And then you start disciplining the child, and then people stick their nose in your fucking business, and they're like, oh, you're over disciplining your child. And you're like, the damn kid's been screaming at me for a fucking hour, man. Yeah, I took their phone away, and yeah, they slammed the goddamn door, and that's what you fucking heard, and that's what you called the damn cops on, you know, or yeah, I wore their ass out and busted it a few times, you know, like I'm trying to get control here, and I don't need nosy said what's it knocking on the goddamn door or calling the fucking cops and being like, you know, oh, you're doing this wrong. And then the cops come out, you know, and the cops are like, well, you can't discipline your child. And then nosy said what's it goes and calls the grandparents and is like, oh my God, your child, your adult child is such a bad parent. And then they get involved, and then it's like, yeah, you're a bad parent. You know, you're supposed to, like, let the kid do everything. Oh, really? Oh, really? I'm supposed to let them do everything? Why is that? Because the school will even tell you that they have to have access to everything at all points in time. Really? They gotta have access to everything at all points in time? Well, yes, that's how you educate them, just like you're supposed to tell them that Santa Claus is not real by the time that they're 5. You know, or some shit like that. Like, dude, ain't nobody fucking told me shit about goddamn Santa Claus. I mean, I kind of figured it out around 8 and 9, probably about 7. Because I think I was 7 when they put the fucking coal in my stocking. And I woke up and, like, I was like, Santa wouldn't... I'm a good kid. I was like, I didn't do shit wrong. And I was like, Dad's malicious and evil. And I was like, he did it. And, like, I cried all day for, like, thinking it was Santa. Like, Christmas Day, like, I cried. I was like, Santa hates me. And then I came to the realization, Santa don't hate me. It's my dad that fucking hates me. You know? And, like, I probably wouldn't have realized even then if that shit wouldn't have happened. And it's like, my kid, she didn't know until I fucking told her. Like, I just broke down and told her when she was, like, 9. And she, like, freaked the fuck out. because like I'd tried to tell her that yes, he was real. I tried to build that illusion in her head because I wanted her to stay as young as possible, as long as possible. And then my damn neighbor over here tried to tell me that like a little kid committed suicide because like damn they found out that Santa Claus wasn't real. And I tried to look that shit up and I never found it. So I don't believe it because I never found it. If it's real, somebody needs to send me the fucking link. Like that's all there is to it. But like the child supposedly said my neighbor had a psychological breakdown and tried to kill themselves, or did kill themselves. And I'm like, that's just bullshit stirred up with the goddamn people because these people stepped into mine and my kid's life. They're like, oh, our kids can be friends. I'm like, okay, so we're hanging out, right? Our kids are friends, right? We're going to the fucking fairgrounds together and shit. They're flipping the bill and everything. And I'm like, dude, you don't have to do that. I got money in my pocket. I'll pay my own fucking way. And they're like, no, we got this. No, we got this. Okay, well then I'm out of work. And then it's like, oh, we're going to help you. We're going to take her and buy her, school clothes, but I'm like, but she got her school clothes. Like I bought them we're good. I bought them 8 months ago before I was out of work. Like, that's the way that we buy school clothes every year. We buy them at this time every year, ahead of time, on clearance, on sale, at the thrift shop or whatever. And you're like, no, we're going to really take her and buy her clothes. And here I am, I can't even fucking pay my rent that month. I have to borrow rent money from my damn grandmother. And you're like, no, we're gonna pay for her some clothes, some nice clothes. Okay, fine, whatever. And then you do it, and whenever you do it, you're like, yeah, the reason we did it is because we're afraid that your child's gonna commit suicide. Bitch, choke on a dick. Like, seriously, fuck you. How dare you say that about my kid? Who says that? Who does that? Who speaks that evil over a child? Oh, well, I'm afraid if I don't help out financially with your child, that your child's gonna commit suicide. What the fucking hell, man? That's just like my mom's narcissistic bullshit where she's like, oh, my daddy, he bought me a rabbit fur coat and what was it? Like some golden hoop earrings or some shit or something whenever she was entering like middle school or high school so that way she would feel like she fit in, because she didn't feel like she fit in and so he had to go buy her a real rabbit fur coat and whatever so she feel like she fit in. Like, what the fuck? And like, this is my mom's story. And like, she told me that, yet she never did shit to make me fit in. Like, I didn't fit in at all. Like, if popularity, because this one girl, like, I think she did it as a dig towards me, because, like, I talked to her, and I was like, yeah, I was pretty popular in high school. She's like, oh, rate your popularity on Facebook, was you out of 1 to 5, what was your popularity, 5 being the highest? And she's like, oh, mine's 5. Okay, yeah, I was popular, but depending on what group you're going to look for popularity. But I was never a 5, and I was never even a 4. Okay, I was anywhere from a 2.5 to a 3.5, just depending on who the fuck you're talking to. And I don't mean the popular geeky people, or the popular jockstrap people, but like everybody, like emo people, like people that I didn't even, like I had kids, man, when I was in my senior year, like, it almost paranoid me because how many underclassmen knew my name because they had and then some of them wouldn't even know my name. They would just be like, oh yeah, that's that nice girl. Go ask that nice girl. That nice girl, man, if she's got extra pencils, she'll give it to you. If she got extra ink pens, she'll give it to you. If she got extra paper, she'll give it. Like, that's, and so some of them got to know my name. Oh, that's Heather. Heather's real nice. Heather's real nice. Heather will help you. Heather will walk you to your class. Heather will show you where your class is. Heather will do this. Heather will do that. Like, and I mean, there at the last, like, it was freaking me the fuck out. I ain't even gonna lie. Because, like, I'd be walking down the hallway and, like, these little freshman kids and shit be like, hey, Heather, and I'll be like, hi. And then I keep walking with, like, my classmate, somebody that's the same age as me or closer in age to me, like a junior. And I'll be like, who was that? And they're like, I don't know, but they know you. And I'm like, I know they know me because they said my name. I'm like, but I don't remember them. Because I like have short-term memory loss, and so yeah, I'd do one favor for these kids and they'd remember my name forever, and they're like, she's a cool senior, and she's nice and helpful. And I appreciate that, like, I meant that much being that way to them and everything, but like, you were just somebody I helped. Like, I don't remember your name. Sorry. And so anyway, it's just shit like that, but my head is hurting so bad. Oh my god, my head is hurting so bad. Maybe it's because I drank a little bit real early. That's probably what it is. I don't know. But I think it's just a little bit of shock of everything going on too. Like, I don't know. Didn't I tell you get your ass in a cage? Look at me all pitiful. Are you pitiful? You're rotten. And you know that I love you, and you know I'm gonna let you get away with it. Don't. Really. I know, you're sorry. You big baby. You big baby. Ugh. Get off of me. Or just lay your head in my lap. That works too. But I don't even know. And then I told her, this girl that helped me get my license today, I waited a while to tell her thank you because, like, I'm socially awkward and I'm not perfect and all kinds of shit. And I told her that I'd got on here and that I'd started doing this and that I didn't have any subscribers and I wasn't doing it for that, and I'm not. And that I was just doing it, like, for me. And I told her that I'd even said, like, talking about, like, because I've talked about her in my videos before where I'm like, she must not be my friend and she says this and then she's got her own issues and everything. And that's the reason, like, one day, like, I even said that in my video, that I went up to her one day and I just, like, hugged her, and I was, like, crying, and I was like, don't think I don't love you and I don't appreciate everything that you've done for me, and stuff. And she just hugged me back, and, like, life's just fucking hard, man. It's like, can we just erase all the complicated shit? Like, can we just stop with the overthinking? And it's like, it's so hard to just focus on menial things, and not look at the big shit, even if it's abstract, it just pulls you in. It's like, I don't know. But I'm gonna end it here. I'm really sleepy and my head's hurting a lot, and I'm thinking of finishing my drink, and then I gotta get to the store because I ain't got no sugar for fucking tea. Her little girl fell in love with my tea, bless her heart. She's like, can I have some? I was like, yeah. Made me feel good, but made me miss my kids so bad. I miss my daughter so much. And then the girl that gave me my driving test today, like, she's like, well, you barely passed. And I was like, I'm so happy. And I was like, I could hug you. And she's like, I'd rather not. I was like, I thought to myself, well, I didn't say I was going to. I said I'd like to, But, so, yay. 30 years old. Finally got my license. But, I'm gonna end it here and join my pup, I think, because she's about half asleep right now. So if you happen to see this, if anybody does and they happen to like it, then like it, got anything to say, talking, whatever, back and forth, as long as it's not like, as long as you're not somebody that's going to be extremely hateful, or whatever, because, like, I'm fucked up. I mean, and I'm trying to not be, and it's really hard to do that. Like when your emotions are just, because your life's been, and everything. But, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll catch you later.